fix this because it's not wanting to work properly. I probably should have just sucked it up and used the bright lights, but the tripod that my dad gave me, but I'll use that next time. Honestly, oh, there it is. You see, my life is like so put together, right? Yes, I am. I am in my PJs at 6 o'clock on a Monday night. Don't judge, because it's been a day and it's been cold. So we are having a pajama day because it's cold and I'm off. So yeah, I know I'm like what, about 27, 28 hours past what I normally do. I have a good reason. So this weekend I was dog sitting for a couple at church, and I really don't know how they would feel about my recording at their house, and that's fine. And yesterday I was just so busy with the dogs, keeping them entertained, cleaning up because they did get home yesterday afternoon. I'm gonna set that back a little bit. It's like right up there. But anyway, so I was busy with that anyway. And then earlier when I was going to record, my mom started having a migraine, so obviously had to be very low on the sound. I took the dog outside. He's right over there, laying on the floor somewhere over there. But yeah, I took him outside to play, to have a walk and everything. But yeah, so that's been the weekend. You hear anything? Oops, sorry. I usually mute my notifications. Let's see, I can do that now. Maybe. There we go. Anywho, if you hear any extra sounds, obviously my door's open. But yeah, just some things which I'm not going to get into here. There goes the dog. He heard my brother. There's some things I'm not really going to get into. Oh, sorry, I heard the garage door. Like the door to leading into the garage, and I'm like, no one's coming in. But no. Anyway, I know my brother is taking out the trash. Which is very good. Anywho, yeah, I'm not going to get into any details or anything. But yeah, my door's open because I need to keep an ear out on my brother and whatever's going on out there. Keep an ear out on the dog. So, yeah. Anyway, enough of my rambling, which took over 3 minutes. We are going to get into our hymn for today. And I got another new book. I shouldn't have. But I don't regret it. I've had it on hold at my work for probably 3-4 weeks. And was like, you know what? I have extra cash. I'm gonna get it. It is the second edition of Amazing Grace, 366 Inspiring Hymn Stories for Daily Devotions. Also by Kenneth W. Osbeck, which, see, this is what it looks like. It's so pretty. But yeah, which also authored, the other one I've been using, published by Crago Publications, get all the legalities out. But this one is so cool. Like it says in the subtitle, it's like a daily devotion. Oh, it's so cool. Yeah, I get excited about these things. Get over it. Anywho, today's hymn backstory, which is going to be one of these that I showed you, is going to be I Must Tell Jesus. Let's see, this is actually not... Oh, I thought I was reading March 20th, which is today's, but oh well. It's from March 18th. I can't read those tiny numbers very well, I guess. But it's the backstory to I Must Tell Jesus, which was written by Elisha A. Hoffman. Hold on, have I done this one before? I don't think I've done this one before. No. his name sounds familiar. Oh well, if I've done it before, oh well, it's fine. I'm going to try to get this one out of the way because I have been copyrighted before, and I don't know if it's been because of whatever I have back here or what. I don't know. Anywho, yeah, because I try to like cite my sources by showing you and telling you who the author is and all that. Mokes, did you come back in and just leave? Oh well. But anyway, if I've done this before because the author and pastor's name sounds familiar, I'm sorry, we're just going to do it again. So this was written, let's see. Well, it was first published in Pentecostal Hymns in 1894. And the story behind it is actually pretty interesting. So, I don't like bending my books like that. Yeah, doesn't it drive you crazy when you see people bending it like that? Like, no. You just hold it like this. Get a book part. And I digress again. But anyway, Pastor Elisha Hoffman composed and wrote pretty much a couple thousand gospel songs and hymns, which is pretty cool. I want to say, does it say? Yeah. More than 2,000 it says. Thought Fanny Crosby was a hymn writer with the most hymns. Well, I'll look that up. Coming back again? Let's see. It was written after he had visited an older woman who had so many different trials and sorrows come into her life. Afflictions, things like that. Now, this doesn't specify, but let's see. I don't know where. Ha! I'll see if my other one has it in there. The good thing about having more books like this, you can, let's see. There's the first line over here. Yeah, you can go ahead and go back and forth through them. 32. Did I? Yeah, see, so yeah. I'm also looking in Then Sings My Soul by Robert J. Morgan. So I'm feeding off of each other. Let's see. Well, it doesn't say in this one either. But let's see. Elisha Hoffman was a pastor in Pennsylvania at Harbor Presbyterian Church. He worked for 11 years at a publishing house in Cleveland, Ohio, probably where he got more talent and ability in his editing and writing skills. Let's see. His pastime was writing hymns, which really was inspired by a lot of visitations and pastoral events, as it says. Let's see. So, and Then Sings My Soul, it says that the woman who had many sorrows and trials and afflictions and things affect her life had fallen into deep depression because of it. Let me see. She was so discouraged, so depressed that she, what we would call, vented to him, honestly, which, okay, this may be very controversial, but I truly believe that it's good to have those people you can just vent to, especially if they're good Christians, like mature Christians. They can be your mentors, your prayer warriors, things like that. Oh, I got a message from my sister. Yay! But yeah, you need those people that you can vent to and ask for advice and prayer and counsel. Let's see, I have my pastor's wife. I have my sophomore year Sunday school teacher from college. She's since retired. but I do need to text or call her back, which I will probably do after this video. But anyway, like, you need those people to help you, pour out your heart to them and be like, I don't know what to do. Like, this is going on. And just lay it all out there. Because that honestly is a lot better than keeping it all inside and pushed down and pushed down. Because then you will explode. Know that for a fact by experience. So learn from me. Learn from this poor old woman that Pastor Hoffman visited. Like, just have those people ready and available, because I know they would love for you to go to them to help ease your pain, ease your burden. I think she concluded with saying, Brother Hoffman, what shall I do? What shall I do? And I imagine like tears are streaming down her face, and she's like basically begging, like, please tell me what to do. Like, I don't know, I can't do this anymore. And he shared a few words of scriptures with her, but then also added, you cannot do better than to take all of your sorrows to Jesus. You must tell Jesus. And that phrase really got her to thinking. And I've been in counseling sessions and all, where my counselor has brought up verses or brought something up where I just have to sit there and like mull it over, like run it through my mind over and over. And then I'm like, oh yeah. And that's what this old woman did. She lifted her face, and instead of like the sorrowful look in her eyes, more joy, more sparkle had come to her eyes. Like, not fully, but it was there, and she was like, I must tell Jesus. Yes, I must tell Jesus. And that phrase helped him to come up with this song, I must tell Jesus, because he kept muttering to himself the whole way home, I must tell Jesus, I must tell Jesus, I must tell Jesus. Because any writer, poet, anyone knows that once you have an idea, you need to keep it in your head until you can write it down. If you can't write it down then, like, you need to say it, you need to verbalize it to someone, like, hey, remind me to write something along the lines of this down. So, like, I'm not really a writer. I mean, I've written a few poems and all. One which I might share with y'all Easter Sunday. It's probably not to brag, but it's probably one of my best poems. But yeah, it took a couple of days, because I would have inspirations for this first half, but not the second half, and I'm just like, and then boom, something clicks, and I'm like, uh-oh. So where's pen and paper? I wrote it a few years ago, and I was in the middle of a group session, and I was like, not paying attention to the session at all. But then I'm like, oh, I need to write that down. And I did, and I came back to it later. And that's what Pastor Hoffman did all the way home. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. He quickly wrote the words when he got home, and soon had completed the music as well. You see, this hymn is also a reminder to me that I can bring all of my burdens to him. Let's see, the verses say, I must tell Jesus all of my trials. I cannot bear these burdens alone. In my distress, he kindly will help me. He ever loves me and cares for his own. He ever loves and cares for his own. I must tell Jesus all of my troubles. He is a kind, compassionate friend. If I but ask him, he will deliver, make of my troubles quickly an end. Tempted and tried, I need a great Savior, one who can help my burdens to bear. I must tell Jesus, I must tell Jesus, he all my cares and sorrows will share. Oh, how the world to evil allures me, oh, how my heart is tempted to sin. I must tell Jesus, and he will help me over the world the victory to win. In the chorus, I must tell Jesus, I must tell Jesus, I cannot bear my burdens alone. I must tell Jesus, I must tell Jesus. Jesus can help me. Jesus alone. So just a good reminder, especially right now for me personally right now. Anywho, like I'm kind of rambling because my brain is not braining. So here we go. That was the dog adding his 2 cents. Smokey! Sorry. I was recording. there we are. There's that one. Sorry, when the dog came in, I forgot I was recording because I was distracted by him. But sorry. Anywho, yeah, and he at the beginning, right before I went into the first chorus, yes, he distracted me with his barking. He's putting in his 2 cents, and then I'm like, oh wait, what if there's something more going on? Like someone trying to get into the house. I don't know. Obviously, I didn't go to check. That's what the brother is for. Even though he's only like 15. He's bigger than me and could probably fight someone if needed until I could call the police or warn y'all to call the police. Anywho, but yeah, that's what I have for you today. Comment down below if you noticed something that I did differently with the playing part of the hymn. So yeah, I did do something differently, something I don't believe I've done before. But yeah, if you know what it is, comment down below. Also, give me requests that you would like me to do. I have one request, which I thank you for your card, your note, everything, Scott, and your request in it. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for watching me ramble every week. I am probably going to do your request next week, which would be 2 weeks before Easter. So that's exciting. So we're going to start getting into some Easter hymns. Planning to do 3, obviously, next week, the week after, and then Easter Sunday. But that's the plan. So yeah, give me your requests. All right, that's pretty much all I have for you today. I will see you next time. Bye.